The Arizona Cardinals are officially eliminated from playoff contention after their Week 15 loss to the 49ers. And here's our biggest three takeaways from Week 15. Despite being eliminated from playoff contention and allowing a 40 burger to a very talented 49ers offense that looks like they're very much on the way to the Super Bowl, two out of three of these are actually going to be surprisingly positive. The first one, Trey McBride is a budding star in the National Football League. I don't want to say he's going to join the ranks or the elite status of a guy like Travis Kelce, but he's certainly projecting towards one of the upper echelon in terms of tight ends and what he's able to do. He's big, he's athletic, he seemingly comes on with everything. He's emerged as a top target for quarterback Kyler Murray, and it seems like he's going to be a force to be reckoned with for the foreseeable future. Another 10 reception, 100-yard performance. It seems like he's only getting better as the weeks go by, and he gets a little bit more chemistry with Kyler, and his feet a little bit more sunken into the starting role as Arizona's tight end. There's not a whole lot of bright spots for the Cardinals to focus and look back on in 2023, but the emergence of Trey McBride has been very notable to watch. And continuing on the positive trend, number two, the Cardinals can run the hell out of the football, and for them to put up 234 net rushing yards against a very talented 49ers defense speaks volumes about the things that Drew Petzing is instilling, and maybe even the future with James Conner in the backfield. Amari DiMercado found the end zone as well, and it really feels like an experienced, kind of put together offensive line featuring first-round pick Paris Johnson was able to finally find their footing. Granted, they did lose, but they're still able to establish the run. They're still able to move the ball continually throughout the game. And with a guy like Will Hernandez, a sneaky add to the right guard spot, I'm glad they brought them back from last season. Yalde Froholt isn't playing bad as well. And granted, there's a lot of questions about the left side of the offensive line, but overall, they have the pieces to be a really strong rushing team. Maybe even at the end of this year, trailing into 2024, who knows what the roster is going to look like. But we do know under new offensive coordinator Drew Petzing, the Cardinals can indeed run the football. That is very big for them moving forward. And finally, Kyler Murray needs more help. It's very evident that Marquise Brown is not the alpha number one receiver the Cardinals thought they were getting on draft night a couple years ago whenever they traded for him from the Baltimore Ravens. And it's very, very evident as time goes on. Marvin Harrison Jr. or T. Higgins, maybe even both, need to come to the desert. 4 receptions for 20 yards, 2 from Greg Dortch, 2 from Rondell Moore, and that is it. That is it. The only receiving output from Arizona. The top 3 receivers in their loss to San Francisco, all tight ends coming from Trey McBride, Elijah Higgins, and Jeff Swaim. Simply put, the Cardinals receivers need to be better. They need to get more open. It was disappointing to see Michael Wilson not get a catch after his 3 targets, playing over 80% of the snaps. More talent needs to be added. I don't know if that's going to come in free agency. I don't know if that's going to come in the draft. But if this thing is going to turn itself around, the Cardinals need receiver help desperately. They need a bona fide number 1 receiver. T. Higgins, Marvin Harrison Jr., I don't care. Go get Kyler Murray, a guy that he can work with if you want to make the postseason, maybe as soon as 2024. But it's very, very evident if they get a guy in there that can be a reliable option week after week. We've seen what other guys in the NFL can do. We've seen what that can do for an offense. We can see that what that can do for a quarterback like Kyler Murray. I can't say enough. The Cardinals need to add receiver help. That should be one of the top priorities in this coming offseason. And I think against the 49ers, that was very evident once again.